It's a storm under media. They also have it. It is just a huge plume of dust right now. This is just west of Morton, Texas, once again. It might be another tornado or something. The storm's produced like a dozen now. It's insane. Hey, Doge, for the $10 super chat. Hugoton, Kansas, biggest concern is up to 90-mile-per-hour winds and then up to baseball-sized hail. Storm Media thinks it's a land spout over there.
It can't be that far.
This warning was just upgraded to 3-inch sized hail now. So near Morton, Texas, it's now up to 3-inch sized hail.
I hope. Unless this thing just shoots straight south, it's going to take out all these cars. These storms eventually merge. That's what happened. These storms have merged together now.
Looks like Tornado Pagey has a bowl right there. Everybody's looking at the same thing, but we got a big bowl right there in the middle. Big bowl lowering. I think Connor has ground contact of some sort, but I think that might just be a gustnado.
There's another thing trying to develop right there.
Another gustnado right there.
Yeah, you can see the new meso taking shape to the east. Very well defined.
That's just a huge mesocyclone. Again, this thing's probably going to be on the ground again here in a few minutes. Velocities aren't really that crazy on radar, but right in the hook.
And vortices down underneath that wall cloud. Yeah, I see what you're talking about there.
From my vantage point, it's all dust. I can't tell.
Hey, Billy, for the super chat. I would be definitely staying weather aware if you're in Lubbock. I mean, these storms are going to be going in that general direction.
Get close to this road. We got to get going.
Look at live radar here. Let me do 1, 2, 3. All right. If we look at radar right now, I mean, this storm is literally going to be going in the direction of Lubbock, Texas. Like, it's going in that general direction. Same thing with Littlefield, level land, Earth. I mean, all those areas are in the path of these storms. Now, right now, the greatest tornado threat is going to be with the southern storm that is currently ongoing near Morton. So, again, the tornado threat will be much higher out of this supercell here that is just crossing over the New Mexico and Texas border and is now basically fully in Texas. So the tornado warning that is in effect for Roosevelt County, New Mexico will probably be lifted. But the one that's west of Morton is going to continue. I mean, we have multiple storm chasers that have had so many ground contacts here in the last little while. So I would not be surprised if that continues. Also, a little update on our supercell in southwestern Kansas. This is no longer producing 90-mile-per-hour damaging winds, but is still producing 70-mile-per-hour damaging winds heading into Moscow here over the next few minutes, and then eventually going towards the north side of Hugoton. So make sure that you're staying away from windows and on the lowest floor possible if you are in this severe thunderstorm warning. Going back over to Storm Hunter Media, they have a view again of that storm that is in West Texas. Very dusty right now, but we've had a tornado recently with this storm and multiple landspouts and gustnados, and it does not look like it's letting up anytime soon. Let me go back over to Connor. He's, I think, Connor's kind of underneath it. Still spinning really rapidly. Not a very definitive wall cloud, but there's very rapid motion still here.
Big motion. Might be, it probably formed right in the middle there, actually.
It's rapidly rotating right above Connor.
It's trying, though. I gotta figure out roads, where this thing's headed. Radar says it's to my north. That doesn't make sense, though.
Blasted from the west. Is that a funnel that I'm seeing right now?
Is this storm going to Austin, Texas? I think Austin's chilling today. All right, Connor has just lost signal. I'm gonna go back over to Storm Runner here. Storm Runner is also looking at this. They're a little bit further east. You can still see a large mesocyclone here. Still a large area of rotation. Coming up on 596. It's going in the direction of Morton, Texas over the next few minutes. They have just canceled the tornado warning also for eastern New Mexico as the storm has moved out of New Mexico. So it's now more of a Texas concern as of right now. Still see the large bowl there, though, in the middle.
There is definitely a big coupler here. You're not wrong about that, Charles.
Why is this dude driving all?
But see, for some reason, my velocities are all like blotchy.
Alright, well, I can finally see the vortices underneath this thing.
There's also Vince. He has the same little look here. Move back over to Connor. I think he has another gustnado.
Definitely down from his
Yeah, Connor has something down right there.
Right now, about to get caught up in the dust.
Seeing about ready to enter the dust.
Hey, Christy, for becoming a member. Does Tornado Page you have something? Big plume of dust right there in the middle. I have something down again. It's hard to tell. There's so much dust being kicked up. We have very high winds with this storm on top of there being the threat of tornadoes. Well, it might be down again. Very dusty. This is located just to the south of Maple, Texas, coming up on 596. This is, again, far west of Lubbock still. New Zealand, Fabian for becoming members. It's really hard to tell what this is. It might just be a bunch of dust being kicked up. There could be a tornado in there. It's all spinning. I mean, could be something weak. It's legitimately just all spinning here. I think Vince is literally driving next to it too. Vince is driving right next to it.
Hey, I can see that road is coming up. Let's
Full of dust. Good shout out to James with the $50 super chat. That was in the chat for James. Really appreciate that.
Use Radar Omega and look at my cyclone board. Give me a rough estimate. I need something. I know it's not your fault, but I just need something here.
It's also Connor. Connor's behind it a little bit. He's had some dust being kicked up from the backside. I'll go back over to Tornado Pagey. Also, they have just issued a new severe thunderstorm warning pretty much for this entire area. That is going to be for 60-mile-per-hour winds and 2-inch size hail from Muleshoe in Texas all the way back through Morton. Doesn't look like it's spinning as much, but we got a lot of dust still being kicked up by this storm. Let me go back over to Connor. Connor's pretty much underneath it right now.
I'm gonna try and go back to this north road.
Once again, Connor's also inside the Radar Omega app and on YouTube. You can download Radar Omega with the top link in the description below. Got a bunch of storm chasers on Radar Omega now, including Connor Croft. We got Tornado Pagey now in there, Freddie McKinney. A lot more. Connor is looking at the area of interest.
Up and down back there.
Velocities are ramping up again, for the record.
I'm enveloped in the dust.
Hey, Pineapples for the super chat. I think Oklahoma City is going to be chilling. The biggest storm for you is just down to your south. Pull up radar here.
Yeah, people, I'm trying to stay out of that dust storm.
It's down, crossing the road right in front of me.
Apparently this tornado is down again.
Battery very low.
I think it is down right there. I think it's right there in the middle.
I see where you're talking about. I don't even know.
It looks like it's down again. Tornado Pagey is like right next to it. I think they're driving away from it right now. You can see all the dust right there in the middle just being kicked up from this storm.
This whole thing is
This thing looks like a monster. This is what the storm looks like right now. This thing looks insane. I mean, it is just rapidly rotating everywhere. That thing is spinning hard again. This is crazy. Freddie McKinney's also next to this. Let's listen in to Freddie. I think
Circulation is now east of my road, east of the north-south road I'm on.
Yeah, it's just tricky.
all right, Freddie's positioning. Let me go back to Storm Chaser IRL. This is what it looks like right now. Again, very large area of rotation right there on the right side of your screen. This is once again approaching 596 Road. Very much rapidly rotating. Go over to Stormrunner as well. Stormrunner has a very dusty view of this, but you can also see it there on the left. A very large wall cloud too. This storm's like only 1,000 feet off the ground right now.
From the west, and this thing is that's meso's getting big. I think it's actually giving it another attempt at a real tornado again.
Velocities have gotten tighter again on radar, so I do think this thing is moments away from dropping another big tornado.
There is a nasty RFD cut coming around with.
This is Freddy's view. Yeah, you can see, again, look at the meso. That thing's just massive. That's probably about a mile to 2 miles wide there on the left. Doesn't mean we're going to see that large of a tornado, but it is a very large mesocyclone here.
Really? That's 8 miles away. No, it's not. That's where.
Hey, Ronnie, for becoming a member.
Rodamon just turned to play. I'm getting nervous. Like it's shifting north again. Yeah, that makes sense with your radar.
This is Vince's view as well. So again, this is a slightly more clear shot.
Oh, Lord.
Whoa. This is a slightly clearer shot,
Okay,
though.
we have to leave. Shit.
But again, it looks like very low clouds. I don't think we have a tornado as of now, but I think we're moments away from having one. Let me go back over to Tornado Pagey. I'm gonna be honest, I think this thing's gearing up for, again, a big tornado. I've said it a lot already, but the meso is just huge, and it's all spinning right now in the mid-levels. It's just a matter of if this tornado touches down. Just all spinning. Might just look like the clouds are moving left to right, but it's not. It's all spinning in a circle there. Does Vince have something? I think Vince has something. There's something coming down, I think. I'll wait for him to go back up for a second. I don't see anything. Never mind.
Copy that.
It's also Freddy.
Suction vortices down right.
Waiting for another velocity scan, but again, this thing's basically all rotating right now.
Hey, we found Will. Got Will over here. And take this north here.
It's another view. Oh, we got a tornado. Yeah, we got one on the ground.
Yeah, there's dust.
Vince Walty has it. That's a big tornado. Wow. Big tornado in progress.
Oh God, getting out of here. She ain't coming.
That's a huge tornado that just dropped.
Leave, leave, leave.
That is huge. Look
I
at
don't
that
care.
thing.
Leave.
Huge tornado in progress here. This is near Star Route, northwest of Morton. Connor has it too, but he has low signal.
There goes the side window.
Apparently Vince just lost his side window. That's not good. That is a huge tornado in progress right now, going towards Morton, Texas. This thing is huge.
Big tornado coming down. Gotta get to this.
Look at Storm Runner. Oh, wow, look at this thing. It is spinning like crazy right in front of Storm Runner, too. This thing is huge right now, moving towards Morton, Texas.
He's going south. There's Brandon.
Woo!
Apparently Vince just lost a side window. That's what it looks like there, too.
Recommend east and...
This has violent motion. This easily could be an intense to violent tornado right now, northwest of Morton.
Watch behind you. Might be RFD, but watch it closely.
Wow, that's a big old RFD cut up there.
There's a lot of dust being kicked up there, too.
Guys, I need everybody to hold radio traffic, unless it's an emergency.
Did it lift? I don't see a clear view of it anymore.
Just need to keep it open for Zach and me. This is getting bad.
Connor should come back in a second. I'll go back over to Freddy.
This road works.
That went from nothing to something so
That
fast.
condenses. We're gonna have an amazing tornado here.
Back over to Freddy. I mean, you can see the big dust plume. It may have just lifted.
Flying east.
Yeah.
Hopefully this road continues. Yeah, this road just continues to work east. Just continues to work east. So that is a large pulse. We have a large tornado in progress. It is not condensed though. See if it. Oh my gosh! Look at how big the circulation is. That thing is huge.
We go back to
Tornado here.
just tornado page. This is a little bit more far back, but again, you can see how large our mesocyclone is. This thing is rapidly rotating. Velocities bottom right of your screen are also crazy. I mean, this thing is gearing up for potentially a huge tornado again. I mean, I know we had one there for a moment, and I think it's back on the ground. It is back on the ground. Connor has low signal. He had it, though, for a second. I think Ryan Scholl has it. But he just lost signal, too. Everybody's losing signal. Freddy has it. Left side of your screen.
Flying in from the right. Yep.
Looks huge again.
Oh my gosh! Huge tornado!
Thing.
Huge tornado here.
There's a huge tornado on the left
Michael,
side of your
just hand it to me,
screen.
bro.
Go for it.
Or actually, I'm gonna just point in up here in a second. Can you see anything?
Not really.
Here.
This thing is
I'll just
huge.
hold it. Hold it
Whoa!
for a second. I'll hold it as we go.
Storm Media has a crazy view. Right side of your screen, that's the tornado. This thing is huge. This is likely a half a mile to a mile wide. I know it's hard to tell, but this is also
Locked
back to
in here.
Freddy. This is a huge tornado near Star Route, Texas, going towards Morton.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
Bare hands.
This is Connor's view. You can see how large the tornado is.
Big tornado.
Secondary tornado on its back. Weak secondary tornado on its
What
ass
in the
end.
world? That is a huge tornado. This is Vince Walty. That is rapidly spinning on the ground, too.
There is a secondary weak tornado on its ass end.
It literally looks like a dust storm, but it's a tornado. This is basically a wedge here. This is absolutely insane.
My antenna just broke off. Large tornado still. Weak secondary tornado behind it.
We got two tornadoes in progress. We got a huge tornado right there in the middle. Another one.
I just lost my antenna to debris. There is a weak secondary tornado behind this tornado.
FYI, this was just
Back
upgraded It is now a PDS tornado warning. This is a large and extremely dangerous situation going towards Morton, Texas. So if you're in this warning, seek shelter, get away from windows, and get on the lowest floor possible. Again, this is now a large and extremely dangerous tornado. It is a particularly dangerous situation. If you cannot tell, this thing is huge. It's likely a 1 mile wide tornado right now, just to the west of Morton, Texas.
All right, we can proceed.
This is
Clear.
huge. This is Freddie McKinney as well. Let me get Freddie on here.
Oh my gosh.
This is just insane.
Oh my gosh. This
Velocities
thing is
on radar,
huge.
bottom right are insane too.
Oh, howdy, Capic. Huge tornado. Oh my gosh. This is incredible. Why?
This thing is
Dude,
nuts.
This is actually one of the more amazing tornadoes
Here they're driving
I've
into
ever
it.
seen.
Look at how rapidly this is a
I don't know if
massive
you can
wedge.
copy. The tornado is crossing the east.
That is huge. I mean, I cannot stress this enough. This is a literal wedge tornado right now ongoing just to the northwest of Morton. And it is spinning like
my gosh,
crazy.
Eli.
Try switching to Starlink.
It is spinning
Yeah,
like
you're good.
absolutely crazy right now.
Now it's getting really dusty in here.
Look at how rapidly it's rotating right there at the top. This is likely a 1 mile wedge tornado. We really can't even tell because of how dusty it is. This is again a PDS tornado warning. It is a particularly dangerous situation.
Start facing forward on this thing.
My goodness.
Clear as I can.
Right, no, you're
It's going towards Enoch, Texas, and 214. Again, far west Texas is where this is located.
We are in a PDS warning, I believe.
I'm good, guys. I'm good. Connection sucks.
By the way, Ryan Scholl is literally next to this. Freddie's driving into it. Get Freddie back in the middle.
I really hope we find that spot.
Freddie's basically next to the tornado.
Windshield.
Go ahead and stop here for a second.
Oh, I think it's actually crossing.
Look at the velocities bottom right of your screen. This is likely an intense to violent tornado here.
So there's gonna be no
Just gonna
way
point
to
in with
see.
the camera here for a second. Actually, it's crossed a little more up here. I'm gonna keep going forward.
Okay, go for it. Just be careful of the
Texas right now.
This is again going to come up on
It's a
Morton in a few
large
minutes. If you're in Morton,
dust
Texas, you need to have your tornado action
monster.
plan ready to go. We got a
Just
huge dusty
huge
tornado
dust
coming at you.
monster
This is again a
tornado.
particularly dangerous situation just outside of Morton, Texas for Cochrane and as well as Bailey counties.
Hello. Oh my gosh, I can't see. I actually can't see.
Freddie can't see.
All right.
And the road turns here. Well, that just got.
We go back to
Probably because we.
Storm Runner's now caught in the dust.
Attention.
Lines
Looks
down.
like everybody's gotten stuck inside the dust here over the last minute.
This is an emergency alert. A large and strong tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter
Brandon,
immediately.
I can't see anything, bro. Where's the freaking road?
This is a new PDS tornado warning. It is a particularly dangerous situation. Again, a large and extremely dangerous tornado is in progress. Currently heading in the direction of Morton, Texas. So if you are in Morton, Texas, you need to be in your storm shelter, basement, closet, or bathroom, away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. The velocities, again, are pretty much off the charts. This tornado is 1 mile to 2 miles wide. It is likely a violent tornado that is going to be moving into the north side of Morton here in just a few minutes. It could literally hit Morton dead on as well. So if you're in Morton, Texas, you need to be in your safe place, away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. We do think that this tornado is once again 1 to 2 miles wide. 1 to 2 miles wide is how large we think this tornado is. It is huge, and it is not showing any signs right now of letting up. And yeah, I mean, again, this thing is massive. It's one of the biggest tornadoes we've ever covered, and it's just a huge dusty tornado right now. Freddie McKinney is currently. His car is covered in dirt.
Oh yeah, you are. Hi.
What? He's currently, the entire car just got covered in dirt. Let me go back over to Tornado Page. He's also coming up on this. They're a little bit further back, but they are currently driving towards this. See if we have anybody else. You can see the hail coming down. Vince still has a view of it. Vince Waltie's also inside the Radar Mega app. This tornado right now is currently located near County Road 34. It's tracking towards 214 on the north side of Morton, Texas, just over the next couple of minutes. That is the tornado, though, in the middle of your screen.
Windshield is absolutely destroyed, though. There's 3-inch hail in there. There's 3-inch hail. Well, we need $500 for a freaking windshield. Now.
This scan shows a big intensification. The coupling is really strong.
Copy that. Kind of lost visual now. It's in the dust, but we got our shot, guys. Good. Freaking
This is just insane.
Latest PDS tornado warning has it east at 30 miles an hour.
My plan is to come back down here to whatever the next road is. Zach, I have visual. I want to go to the next road that I can get east on. I just wanted to get out of that hail.
This is back over to. Let me do this. Let's do.
But if we look at the College of DuPage radar,
This is just moments ago, in case you're just tuning in. This was the tornado just moments ago. That is what it looked like literally within the last couple minutes. Again, this is literally a full-blown wedge. It does not get much larger than this for a tornado. I mean, this is likely at least 1 mile wide, if not maybe 2 miles wide. So, yeah, again, this tornado is just absolutely insane. And it is still in progress, by the way. It has not lifted. So, yeah, if you're in this tornado warning, you need to seek shelter. The tornado right now is fully wrapped up here right over the northwest side of Morton, going towards 597. And just on the north side of Morton, again, you need to be in your storm shelter, basement, closet, or bathroom if you're in this tornado warning, away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Once again, the velocities are off the charts. And on top of that, we just had a report of 3-inch sized hail in the storm. So if things can get worse, this storm's also producing massive hail right now, moving into the north side of Morton. There's also a localized radar that is on a radar truck that also had a crazy view of this large circulation. I don't know if I can show it, but if we can, I will. But yeah, this thing is, again, just huge. Back over to Vince. He's the only one right now with a clear shot, at least from our chasers, but it still looks like it's on the ground there on the left side of your screen.
Break. God damn it. Just never mind. I can't even give you a cross street. There's no road sign.
Everybody's trying to get out in front of this right now. Everybody's positioning. Let me see if I can get Nathan Moore on here. Nathan Moore is looking at it. He's a little bit further back, though. They've just upgraded the warning. It is now up to 4-inch sized hail. So this storm is producing softball sized hail on top of damaging winds of around probably 80 to 90 miles per hour. And then we got a massive tornado. This thing is insane. And look at the velocities. And this is not lifted, by the way. It's just all the chasers are positioning. But yeah, this thing is huge right now. Going to be crossing over Highway 214 here in just a moment, just south of Knox, and then just north of Morton, going towards 303 and basically paralleling 597 off to the east. So if you're in this tornado warning, you need to be in your storm shelter, basement, closet, or bathroom. This is, again, a particularly dangerous situation for a reason. This is a massive tornado. I think Connor's like inside of the he's next to this tornado, I'm pretty sure, right now. He's on County Road 34, which is where the tornado is located, so he's basically next to this thing.
What is the wind chill there?
Gate-to-gate shear just reached 170 miles per hour. The gate-to-gate shear is now at 170 miles per hour. This is likely a violent tornado right now, moving towards the north side of Morton. And Connor right now is getting slammed by hail right behind the tornado.
Against the window that's no longer there, so that's why I said I think I'm done, just to avoid electrical.
I just gotta face the wind for a second here, guys.
Satellite vortex forming to just to my north.
Freddie's coming back up on this.
Yep. That is a huge tornado in progress.
It's still a big tornado right there in the middle.
Straight north. Looks like everybody is. Do we need to turn right here? Keep going north.
I don't know. There's people down that road. I saw it. Okay, the balance got messed with. Why?
Is there something? Oh, there's a highway to the right. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. There is a highway over here that we can take, so.
Might as well follow.
Yeah, there is a highway over here. Is it streaming right now? I'll hold them out my window.
Yeah, that's streaming.
Yeah.
It's also on Starlink, so we're holding tried and true.
There's the tornado right here, guys.
It's still a huge tornado. Again, nobody has a very close up shot, but like that's the tornado back there. It's still 1 to 2 miles wide.
We're gonna get to this next road, and that's gonna be our north option. We're gonna take it right up next to a big dusty
Once again, the gate-to-gate shear is 170 miles per hour. This is close to a tornado emergency level tornado warning. The only thing it's missing is the significant tornado parameter values are not high enough.
Unfortunately, it sounds like Storm Runner lost their side windows and their rear window to the hail there. The same hail that we got.
It's not what you want to hear.
But we got.
Fortunately, they lost.
My back window's out right now. I don't have a back window.
Everybody's lost their windows. I think Vince lost a window. Ryan Scholl lost a window. Connor might be losing windows, and then, yeah, it sounds like everybody's losing windows right now. That's the tornado again in the middle of your screen. It's about to cross over Highway 214, just north of Morton, Texas.
All right, we're about to get to our north road. Oh, huge hail coming in. I'm gonna put my glasses back on just in case. One random stone just fell, but I'm gonna put the glasses back on here just in case.
This tornado, by the way, will eventually go towards Levelland, Texas, just north of Whiteface.
Appreciate you, man.
What easy.
Gentle, dusty tornado.
Gentle. Dusty tornado.
It's not just a rain wrapped tornado. It's more than anything a dust wrapped tornado right now. It is now moments away from crossing 214.
Obliterates it here in a second.
Dude, look at your mirror.
Oh, dude, I know. Yeah, I freaking know. Okay, can you hold this for a second?
Yep.
This is
do what you gotta do.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go east again. Not clear.
Let me see. Let's do.
This guy is fine, but
Back to live radar here. This is what the gate-to-gate shear is currently looking like right now. So back over to radar, we can look at the little measurement tool here. It's not as high, but it's still around 115, 125. So this is still likely a strong to intense tornado crossing over 214. We are going to also see a large rear flank downdraft surge over the north side of Morton. So even if you're in Morton, Texas, though the tornado will probably be off to your north, it is still producing the threat of very high winds in the town of Morton. So you need to be in your safe place regardless, away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. This is once again a particularly dangerous situation for Morton, Texas, just north of Whiteface and just in the northwest of Levelland as well. Again, Freddie's pretty close to this. Connor's been driving through a bunch of hail as well.
So much dust. It's changed the color of the storm. The storm is just red.
This is Vince Walty as well.
If I would have just avoided one freaking...
I think he's a little bit further back too. I'm going to stay on...
Yep, big PDS tornado warning on this.
Stay on Freddie here.
Roll down your rear window? Driver's rear?
Yeah, I can do my driver's rear.
And then I will hold chat out this window.
I almost wonder if the better option would be to go. It's still north.
Some are just in front of us off to the right.
Connor's next to the tornado. He's actually back in the hail core. He's getting pelted by big hail. The storm's getting producing up to softball-sized hail. Connor's right behind the tornado. He's on County Road 34, which is where the tornado is.
Collar clouds right in front of me. Collar clouds are right here.
Storm Runner, I will meet you in Morton and we'll get those windows repaired.
I think it's occluding. It's occluding, I think. Got damage in front of me. Tornado should be occluding right in front of us. All right, no damage.
I think Tornado Pagey has a view. I don't know if that's a tornado there on the left. The velocities on radar do look like it is occluding off to the north. If we look at the last few radar frames here, let me get everybody on the screen here first. Let me do Connor bottom right. I'm gonna put Tornado Pagey bottom middle, I think. This is what it looks like on radar, though, over the last few scans. You can kind of see how this thing has been moving more to the north and northeast over the last few minutes. So we had a very tight area of rotation, again, just north of Morton. And then over the last few minutes, that rotation's been moving a little bit more to the north, kind of occluding into our dust and rain. So I still think this tornado is on the ground, and it's going to take several minutes for it to lift with how large this thing has been. But it is looking like it is occluding. We've had multiple occlusions already. It's probably going to drop another big tornado again with how discrete the supercell is. And there's really not much stopping this tornado either. So again, this tornado is probably going to take a while for it to actually weaken as it continues to track to the east. By the way, this is what it looked like when this storm peaked on radar. This is what it looked like with our hook echo. Let me go back a few scans here. That is when this tornado was a full-blown wedge back over to the northwest of Morton. You can see how the hook echo is very pronounced, and then a very, very strong inflow also going into the storm. So again, this thing's been off the charts. This has been one of the crazier tornadoes that we've covered here. Again, just to the northwest of Morton, and it looks like I do think it is still on the ground for the reference, but I don't think it's as large as before. But if it's on the ground, it's probably still very rain wrapped slash dust wrapped.
Okay. It's gonna be one hell of an RMD too.
This is still a particularly dangerous situation. It is still a PDS tornado warning. They did downgrade the hail back to baseball, so it's not as large as before. But we still have baseball-sized hail falling with this storm moving to the east. I think we might have a view of this. Maybe. I don't. It's hard to tell. This is Nathan Moore. And I can't tell. I don't think that's the tornado. And Connor, if you look at the bottom right of your screen on Radar Omega, Connor's still inside of the... He's next to the tornado still.
I want this rain to clear out.
He's literally next to it. He's looking at all the hailstones that have fallen with this storm, but he's like literally inside of the storm. Everybody else is on the outside.
It's right here, guys. We are so close.
I'm gonna stop downtown here, I guess, and wait for you to just pull it next to me, and we'll get it repaired.
We're dangerously close.
Connor is dangerously close to this tornado.
I see you. I'm sitting on the side of the road.
The tornado, I think, is still on the ground, by the way. We still have a couple there right next where he is on 214. It's next to 214 and County Road 34.
Rain, little sucker. Hop out of the rain.
By the way, everybody's going to need a car wash after this. This is Freddie McKinney, but everybody's car is covered in dirt.
Crazy RFD here.
Literally, everybody is covered in dirt right now.
I just dropped south. just in case this.
The storm under media, look at the bottom left. I think that's Brandon Kopic. I don't know for sure. You can see how covered his car is in dirt. Everybody's car is covered in full-blown dirt right now from this tornado. It's all from the tornado lifting up a bunch of dirt in those fields. By the way, this is our only tornado warning right now. Let me go back over to...
Dang, it kept moving.
Connor.
Kept moving.
Latest scan, the tornado's now way further to the east. It's located just east of 214. This is our latest radar scan. You can see, again, this will be where our tornado is located. It's going to be right about here, just east of 214. Once again, this is still a particularly dangerous situation here just outside of Morton, Texas. This has been an intense to possibly violent tornado here over the last 15 to 20 minutes. It is currently tracking in the direction of Level Land and also 114 just north of Whiteface. And it is a discrete supercell. I don't think really much is stopping this storm. Outside of this, there aren't many other storms that are producing any really legit tornado threat. This one's really been the main one. The one back over in eastern Colorado might try to do something too, so I'll have to keep an eye on that. But yeah, this storm has again just been absolutely crazy here over the last little bit. Let me go back to Connor. He's now come up where the tornado would have just crossed over. He's now on County Road 34 at the intersection of 214, so he's next to where this tornado is now.
It's gonna cycle eventually.
He's still the only storm chaser that's really inside of the storm here, at least from what I'm seeing.
Probably gotta go south here.
See the velocities bottom right of your screen. It's about a mile out of the east of 214.
What is this? Just a layer of like mud and dust on this road.
I think Vince is punching up towards it right now. Let me go to, actually, I think Tornado Pagey is second. We go to Vince. Oh, what's going on here?
Get moving. What are we doing? Hello. Jesus Christ. Hold the hell on, people.
All right, Vince is now driving away from it. He was just driving towards it. Let's see if... All right, he's really laggy. Let me try... Is it the same person on two things? Let me do this. Back over to Nathan Moore. He's currently going a little bit further east, but they've also just downgraded the warning. It is back to still a confirmed tornado, but it is no longer PDS. So this warning has now been downgraded to observed rather than being PDS. This is again for those near Morton, Texas, currently tracking to the east-southeast over the next several minutes. About 1,700 people are still included in this tornado warning. And for whatever reason, if you were not here watching this huge tornado, this would have looked like about 15-20 minutes ago. This is at 5:37, so about 20 minutes ago. That's what the tornado looked like. It was basically a giant wedge tornado here, just off to the northwest of Morton. Luckily, it was mostly in fields, but nonetheless, still a crazy looking tornado. I would never want to be anywhere near this, especially if you have a home in this area as well. But absolutely crazy. That's what it looks like on radar right now. Again, the storm itself has not been as strong when it comes to the rotation. Velocities have definitely broadened, but I do think the storm's going to recycle as it continues to push east. You can see the rotation. It's much weaker. The winds going towards the radar are still very strong. We definitely have a big surge of wind coming out from this storm. Going away from the radar, it is much weaker. It's kind of going around our main area of inflow that we've had. So I don't think the storm's as organized, but I do think the tornado threat will continue with this storm as it continues to move east. There's really not much stopping it right now other than it just cycling, and it should organize again here in just a few minutes. This is also Tornado Pagey. They're currently next to this. Left side of your screen would be where we're looking for the potential tornado, which again, I do not think it is on the ground anymore for reference. Let me go back to Vince. Vince is looking back at it right now. So that's what the storm looks like. We had a tornado be buried back in the rain.
Damn it! People. Fuck.
All right. Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey, Max. So we actually have had tornado reports from 4 different states today now. We had one in Arizona, one in Kansas. We've had a slew of them in New Mexico and Texas as well. We were up to 14 total tornado reports today. It seems like at least a good amount of those were separate, as much as 11. So we have technically crossed the guidelines for a tornado outbreak today. Obviously, we've had a lot of low-end tornadoes, thankfully, not a lot of strong ones, at least strong ones that have hit stuff. Not a lot of damage reports, even though we did just see that large wedge near Morton, Texas. We actually saw this, I think it was a year or two ago, where we had a large dusty wedge near Morton, and it was one of the strongest tornadoes we had seen on a mobile radar truck at the time. However, it didn't hit anything, so it didn't do that much damage, and actually ended up being rated an EFU. I think there's some lighter damage from this one, probably around the EF1 to EF2 level, just because it was a bit closer to town. So we're probably going to see a higher rating for this one. But yeah, we have seen 11 total tornadoes today.
Alrighty, thank you for the update. That is a lot of tornadoes. Again, almost every single one of these tornadoes has come from this storm. If you look at all the tornado reports right now, all those red circles are tornadoes that have happened. And a lot of these probably being landspouts or gustnadoes, but nonetheless, I mean, that's a lot of different tornadoes that have happened. I mean, like literally, I think that's 11 on its own just from this storm. We also had a tornado earlier back over in southwest Kansas, also back over in eastern Colorado. We are keeping an eye on this storm north of Stratton, which has been rotating a little bit. There has been a wall cloud with this storm for quite some time, but actively nothing currently on the ground, or at least looking imminent at this time. Looks like we might have something again. Let me go back over to Nathan Moore. He has, I don't know if he has low, he might be low signal, but he has something happening there. Fortunately, I think he's low signal though. Middle of your screen, there was something. I'm gonna give it a second to load. I'll go back to this screen, but yeah, he had something there a second ago. But again, this storm is still tornado warned. It is no longer a PDS tornado warning. It is back down to radar indicated. This is the latest radar scan, and right now just a broad area of rotation at this time, but it was again very intense not too long ago. So I do think this thing is still gearing up for another tornado here soon. It's just recycling, and as it recycles, it's basically going to be beelining it here towards Lubbock, Texas, shallow water, and Anton. So a lot of areas are in the path of this storm over the next half hour to an hour. You can see this is back over to Nathan Moore. There's clearly a large lowering right there. So it is still rotating. This is a new area of circulation that is developing, so it is starting to ramp up again, and it might be trying to drop here soon. So it is still rotating. Look how low the clouds are, too. Wow. This thing is spinning like crazy again. This thing might be gearing up for another big tornado. Nathan Moore is also inside the Radar Omega app. He's also on YouTube. Link is in the description. Hey, look how fast this thing's spinning again. This thing's about to drop another big tornado in a few minutes. Velocities aren't really that strong yet, but I mean, that's a huge wall cloud that's rotating.
Get your glimpses, guys. Get your glimpses.
It's about to drop another big tornado. Thank you, Random, for the $15 super chat. I love how West Texas dust and sand gives the tornadoes there an orange tint. Yeah, New Mexico does the same thing. It's all in this basically general area. We see this very frequently. Again, this thing's ramping up for another tornado here in the next few minutes. It is really starting to rotate again. You actually see bottom right of your screen the velocities. That's really strong rotation right there. Got a huge wall cloud right there in the middle. I think we just lost signal with Nathan, but you can see it right there in the middle too. This is again probably going to drop a big tornado here in just a few minutes. This is gearing up for a big one. Velocity's very strong to southwest of Pep. So if you're in this tornado warning, you need to be in your safe place, away from windows, lowest floor possible. I would almost have to guess that we are going to be seeing another large tornado here in the next few minutes. It's going to be coming up on, it's basically going right along 597, just to the south of Pep, and then it'll be moving towards Petite, and then Oklahoma Flat, and then again, long term, it's going towards Level Land, Lubbock, Shallow Water, New Deal, and as well as Wolf Forth. So if you're in any of those areas, be ready for this very dangerous storm as it continues to track to the east. Let me see. I think Nathan may have come back. So yeah, Nathan just came back. Left side of your screen again is the large area of rotation right now. It's a large wall cloud. I'm gonna go back over to Freddy. He's coming up on it too.
Stream lagging? Not good. Can't help it. Can't help the stream lagging.
We also have a tight couplet on radar. There's probably a tornado down there.
There's a nasty RFD surge coming around. We might be about to get cooked here in a second by some hail.
Warning was just upgraded to
Now
3-inch
we're really
size hail
getting
again.
tumbleweeds. Big tumbleweed out. Look at the migration. Tumbleweed migration.
Whoa!
Look at them in the field. There are so many of them.
They're running home.
Oh, dude,
That's
there's
tumbleweed
so
outbreak.
many of them. It's be kind of fun. Dude.
Let me have Starlink.
Is Starlink just...
Let's see. Everybody has low signal right now. I'm gonna go back over to Freddy though. Oh, Freddy.
Right, it looks like they're having some service issues, so I'm gonna...
Yeah, everybody has low signal right now, but again, this storm is still gearing up for another tornado here in the next few minutes. You can see the velocities just south of 597 are very tight right now. We likely have a tornado. Reflectivity does not match up with that, but there could be a tornado or land spout. Additionally, there is a huge hail core right now near 303 and just along and north of 597 that is currently dropping 3-inch sized hail. So this is a destructive supercell. They've also just issued a severe thunderstorm warning for 3-inch sized hail, in addition to damaging winds as high as 70 miles per hour just outside of Littlefield, Texas, just off to the west of Level Land. So if you're in the severe thunderstorm warning, make sure that you're staying away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. This storm is gearing up again for a potentially large tornado again here in the next few minutes. And at the minimum, it is producing very large hail and damaging winds. Literally everybody lost signal. So we're going to stay here for a moment. I'm going to try to see. Let's go back over to, you can actually see, by the way, look at all the chasers in the same area here. Everybody's pretty much in the same area near 1780 road. It looks like Vince may be coming back. I'm going to try to go back over to Freddy here. Looks like we have a chaser convergence here.
It's tough for the tours because...
The middle of your screen is where we're looking for a tornado. We got a large rotating wall cloud right there.
We also have a line of cars, so... Holy chaser convergence. Chat, if you guys noticed earlier, when we were up on those tornadoes, wasn't a lot of chaser convergence. In fact, we were like literally the first like 2 tornadoes, I saw like Dom. That's it. I think we only saw Dom on the first couple tornadoes. So, you know, oftentimes what happens.
Let's see if anybody else has it here. Vince has the lowering still on the left side of your screen.
You know, avoid the chaser convergence. Just like drive under the.
This is the latest radar scan. We still have a tight couplet right now near 1303 road. There probably is a tornado here. I don't think anybody has it yet, but I think there's probably a tornado just west of 303 road. It'd be right next to Nathan Moore, but he has no signal. I think there's probably a tornado in progress here again. We have a tight couplet. It's not as large as the last one, but likely tornado here. Thank you, Brenda, for the $20 super chat. Maybe enough for your dinner. I appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Timothy, also for the super chat. Thank you, Hollybox, for the $20 super chat. Texans have had enough this season. I agree. Texas has been pretty crazy this season. We've had a lot of tornadoes. Also, huge shout out to Brian with a very generous $50 super chat. Really appreciate that. I'm glad I can help and appreciate the super chat. Vince right now has a view of this storm from a little bit of a distance. It's a large rotating wall cloud here. He's currently driving and just positioning right now. I think Connor might have a view too. Let me go back over to Connor. He's coming up on this. Connor's coming from the backside of the storm.
There's one right up here I'm going to try and take.
There's a tornado be just off to his right. Hey, Ryan for the super chat. Also, thank Theme Pro for becoming a member.
Oh, I think it is a road. Let's go.
Bro is driving on dirt. He might be chalked.
Guys, there's a new tornado warning. I can't pick up any weather radio. Except that one. That sounds like ass. We have an observed tornado warning in effect. Damaging tornado 3-inch hail. Confirmed tornado is 4 miles southwest. PEP 8 miles east Morton. Do not try this at home, folks. This is not exactly the safest way to be intercepting. It is safe, but it's not. You have to be very trained on how to do this, guys. I want to make that very clear. Remember earlier when we were going, holy shit, the tornado's on top of us? Yeah, you need to know what you're doing to do that. So, holy smokes, that was nuts.
Nathan may have just come back.
That got a little intense, I'm not going to lie.
Still got a large wall cloud there. Nathan
Guys, when
may
I
have
said
just
that
come
thing
back.
was right on top of us.
Let's see. Nope, Nathan has not come back. Freddy's turning towards the storm now, I believe.
She is a pig one. Holy chaser conga line.
What? Is that the Dominator right in front of him, or is that just a random car? I can't tell.
Chaser conga line. Get my velocities back up here. We're not the only ones that have found this road. It's the only good east option, so everybody's on it. If you guys haven't already, also be sure to smash that like button. We're still just shy of 2K likes.
We go back over to...
We're under 2K likes, but we
live radar. I'm going to put Connor bottom right of your screen until Storm Chaser IRL comes back. This is the latest radar scan. We still got a huge hail core right now near 597 Road, just southwest of Littlefield. The latest velocity scan still shows a tight couplet here, coming up on 303 Road. There, again, maybe a tornado here. This is as of the 6:06 p.m. radar scan, so there might be a tornado here. We don't have any view right now of one, but if there was one, Nathan Moore is like next to it. He just doesn't have any signal. But and also probably more photogenic, especially since it's further away from our hail core and as well as our rain. Right in the hook echo. So if you are in this tornado warning, continue to stay in your safe place. It is still an observed tornado here going towards 303 Road, and eventually this will be going towards Lubbock, Texas. Once again, this is our only confirmed tornado warning and our only tornado warning in general right now across any state in our risk of severe weather for today. And in case you've not already seen, our risk of severe weather is pretty elevated today. We do have an enhanced risk of severe weather in 2 different places for this afternoon and evening. It is a double barrel enhanced risk of severe weather. We got one in Oklahoma, Kansas, and Oklahoma, and as well as Texas, and then the other one mostly for West Texas and Southeast New Mexico. And there is a reason why there is a 10% hatch tornado risk. It's exactly what we just saw a few minutes ago, the large wedge tornado that was about 1 to 2 miles wide. That is around Lubbock, Texas, and this is a threat that's going to continue for the next several hours. We're not going to have a diminishing tornado threat anytime soon. I think we're going to probably see another big tornado from this storm as long as it can stay discreet. Additionally, large to very large hail is a concern, and then damaging winds could also be significant. Both threats being in play here. And this is going to be a continuing threat even into the late evening and early overnight hours. Here's a slightly closer view of our 10% hatch tornado threat. So that's just outside of Childress, Texas, back over near Lubbock, and surrounding areas are currently in a 10% hatch tornado risk for this afternoon and evening. Looks like Freddy's coming back up on this. We got a large wall cloud on the left side of your screen.
There's still a pretty big couplet to the north here.
There is a couplet on radar that would indicate that we may have a tornado here as well.
I honestly not look to see if there's anything else going on. Charlie, is there anything else going on, or is this pretty much the show in town here? From what I can tell, this just seems like the show.
That is the show. The tornado warnings in Kansas have expired. All I'm seeing is this is the only tornado warning out there.
Wow. Okay, chat. We have somehow found ourselves on the only tornado warned storm right now. The storm of the day. This is the storm of the day. So we successfully were able to sniff this thing out today, pick the right target. It always feels validating when you pick the right target.
W Freddy.
I am low-key concerned about Lubbock, Texas. Charlie, is this thing heading towards Lubbock? This thing is going to head really close to Lubbock long term.
This will be going
this thing's
towards
coming
Lubbock,
towards
Texas.
Yes, this is tracking towards.
And this storm long term will be going towards Lubbock, Texas. There's almost no doubt about that. This is, by the way, still an observed tornado warning right now. This is still observed here back over just to the south of Littlefield. I personally, we have not seen a tornado on anybody's feed, and there's a lot of chasers on this, but I think there is a tornado here on 303 Road. It might just not be visible to many people right now. I don't know. I think Freddy was next to this. I just lost the chaser app here. What it looks like on radar. Let me go back over to here. So Connor's just to the south of this. Connor doesn't have signal either, and he's next to where this tornado would be. And then Freddy and all the other chasers are just south of this as well. So again, this tornado would be near 303 Road. Assuming that it is on the ground, but all chasers currently have low signal. Thank you, Gemini, for the super chat. I'm in Scotland, but I really love your stream. I'm glad I can help. I guess keep you entertained. Thank you, Defiance, also for the super chat. Mostly just isolated damaging winds and hail back over there near Pittsburgh. So back over to Freddy. Left side of your screen is that lowering.
Huge third body scatter spike. There is gorilla hail. Absolute gorilla hail in this thing.
Velocities are still tight. We actually have a debris signature, looks like. So I think
question right now is, do I try to go up there now? No, I feel like I just want to.
The tornado would be over 303 Road right now. It'd be near Connor, but he's currently with no signal.
I don't think. Yeah, Charlie. I don't know if you're doing the MD now, but yeah, I'm thinking we might just want to stay out ahead of it for now.
That's what it looks like from Tornado Pagey's POV, by the way. They're near Petite, Texas. There's a whole lot of dust being kicked up right now from the RFD surge, or rear flank downdraft.
Yeah. It's not that it's necessarily.
So, by the way, Freddie McKinney is looking at a car that is, I don't know whose car that is, but it is absolutely decked out in a ton of weather equipment.
I'll probably take this straight here.
Pretty cool looking car. Thank you, Allison, for the very generous $50 super chat.
I do just want to point out where the storm is going and also show you that mesoscale discussion.
Thank you for the very generous super chat. Also, thank you, Jackson, for the super chat. How's my day been? It's been pretty good. I got a good amount of sleep after only having 2 hours of sleep yesterday. So, you know, got like 9 hours of sleep. So now we're chilling. By the way, this storm is still producing apple-sized hail right now. It is currently tracking the direction of Lubbock, Texas, shallow water, Anton, and then going towards Wolforth. It is still a very favorable environment right now for tornadoes. If we go over to the significant tornado parameter values here, for the next few hours, this is just one way to look at our threat of severe weather. And overall, we're going to have plenty of wind shear and instability for there to be a continuing tornado threat, at least through 8 to 9 o'clock tonight with these supercells, but it should continue even later than that here across this large area. And I also want to point out that this is not really the only round of storms that is going to be ongoing. We go over to the future radar here for the next several hours. This discrete supercell will be approaching Lubbock this evening, and then a line of storms is going to form overnight tonight, impacting a vast majority of Oklahoma during the early morning hours tomorrow, with all hazards of severe weather being on the table. So again, there's going to be a lot of storms over the next 24 hours. On top of that, we have another massive slight risk of severe weather for tomorrow. If we go over to the day 2 outlook, huge slight risk extending from the high plains back into the Ohio Valley, where all hazards of severe weather will be on the table, but damaging winds being the greatest concern. A few tornadoes are also going to be a possibility. So again, a lot of craziness is ahead here over the next 24 to 48 hours. And we got another huge slight risk on Saturday, which was going to be another big day, I think, of wind. New radar scans just coming in now. We'll look at the reflectivity here. But again, we got a big hail core still located on the north side of this tornado warning. And if we have a tornado be located right near 303 Road, looks like the radar scan may have just froze. This is the latest scan, though. You can see the couplet right now is over the north side of Petite, and it's going in the direction of 1490 Road. They will likely issue a new tornado warning here in a few moments as well, as the storm is still rapidly rotating, it looks like, on radar right over 303 Road, and that is just to the south of 597 as well. Big hail core is over 597 roadway heading towards Littlefield, Texas, just to the north and west of Levelland. Thank you, John, for becoming a member. Welcome to the Velocities, and also Angel for the super chat. I don't think there's too much to worry about in Canada today. I think Vince has a lowering. Vince has a really dusty look at the storm right now. I think every chaser is going to have a dusty view of this storm, but there is definitely still a wall cloud at the minimum. If there's a tornado, it would be located pretty close to him. It would be just off, be over here in the middle somewhere.
See what is broken on this thing. Like I have broken something, so I just want to do something back.
Sounds like Vince's audio's buggy here. And low signal. Just about everybody has low signal right now out here in Texas. This is the latest radar scan. You can see again our main area of rotation is near 303 Road. Big hail core right now. We're 597. So continuing tornado threat here, going in the direction of Lubbock, Texas. If you're over in Lubbock, you still got about an hour or so until this storm is knocking on your doorstep, but definitely be ready for this storm if you're back over near Lubbock. You're saying something's broken? There's a lot of broken things. A lot of chasers have broken windows right now. Brian Shaw had a broken back window. I know that I think Connor had a broken window. Storm Intermedia, I think, had broken window. I think Freddie maybe had something too. Freddie McKinney's next to this.
Got a crazy mezzo.
Undoing it's the same way. All you got to do is it
all right, so Freddie's right next to where this tornado will be located. It'll be just off to the east of
might
Petit.
be trying to go up here.
Seconds, then it will give you priority traffic over everybody else. I forget about the button.
Freddie's right next to it. Hey, you
got
becoming a
RFD
member?
wrapping it.
Yeah. Do you want to hit
This is Freddie, bottom right of your screen. Rotations right here for reference.
Oh, just got hit in the eyeball. Might just cook east. I feel like this thing's trying to freaking plant here. I'm gonna cook east. For this guy here, real quick. Go.
All right, Freddie's positioning. Wow, look at Vince's view. Vince has a huge plume of dust here. Everybody's pretty much in the same spot now. It's just a lot of dust everywhere.
My radar is never mind.
This is also Nathan Moore. He's currently driving through possibly an RFD surge.
Holy smokes.
So thick dust here. This is over north of 2306 Road. Just off to the west of 385. Alright, he's driving away from this. I don't know why everybody's audio is all of a sudden buggy. Oh, Connor has no sound.
Our tornado. So we may be getting ready to see a new tornado here.
Back over to Freddie. He's currently positioning again. He's again near where that area of rotation is. The last couple of scans are starting to show broader rotation now. This is our latest few scans here. So again, the rotation's not nearly as tight as before. We've had some tight rotation with this storm over the last few minutes, and now it has gotten a lot broader. It looks like we are back to an RFD surge or a rear flank downdraft surge. High winds right now, pushing towards 597, 1490 roadways, and then it will be approaching level land Texas over the next few minutes. So again, if you are in this tornado warning, continue to stay in your safe place. I would fully expect that we will see a new tornado warning in a few moments going in the direction of shallow water and then also Lubbock. Lubbock will not be included in the next tornado warning. You guys are just simply too far to the east of where this current area of rotation is, but Smire, level land, you guys are going to be in the path of this, and then maybe shallow water, but I still think that's a little bit too far to the east right now for a new tornado warning. But we should get a new warning literally at any second because the storm is moving outside of our tornado warning. Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey Max, I wanted to talk about a trend that we're seeing on the models if you want to go ahead and pull the HRRR up. So today, obviously, we had our 10-hatch tornado threat, and that's what we're currently watching play out in Texas. However, something that I'm becoming more concerned about is our linear threat for later on tonight. So we're also going to have a line of storms basically moving from the northwest to southeast through Oklahoma. And I honestly think this is uptrending in the last few HRRR runs. It's looking like it might have much more of an embedded tornado threat as well as just stronger winds overall. So I want to give everyone early heads up who may be watching in Oklahoma that we are going to have this storm come through later. That is going to be moving through around 12 a.m. all the way into the early morning hours of tomorrow. So if you guys are in Oklahoma tomorrow or right now, obviously the tornado threat is in Texas, but you guys are going to have a severe threat tonight that you got to keep an eye out for.
Hey, Riley, for the update. Yeah, this is pictured here about 4 a.m. Central Time tonight. Very intense line of storms appears likely tonight. Back over from Tulsa, Bartlesville, back through Oklahoma City. And if this verifies, we're probably going to see multiple tornadoes and also very high winds across Oklahoma during the overnight hours. So if you are in Oklahoma, you need to be staying weather aware tonight. It will fall apart just after sunrise tomorrow morning, and then it'll probably re-intensify later on. So definitely not what you want to see. And it looks like the trend is not our friend right now. This is back over to Freddie, who's now in the RFD surge, next to where this tornado would be if there's a tornado, which I don't think there is one, but the winds are really picking up now.
Okay. They got tumbleweeds all up in there right now. They're There's Will. What up, Will? Yeah, I'm just gonna take this east too. I just couldn't figure out what the.
Nathan Moore is getting
to do.
Yeah.
absolutely. He's getting hammered with dust right now. See all the dust being kicked up right now from the high winds just out in front of our storm, and all the dust is going to make all these cars dirty, and everybody's going to need a car wash after. Car washes will be busy here around the Lubbock, Texas area tonight and tomorrow. If you own a car wash, you might make a lot of money.
And like I said, this thing's approaching Lubbock, Texas, chat. You guys live in Lubbock, Texas, or know people that live there. Definitely,
I'm surprised we don't have a tornado
make
warning
sure
yet.
they know this thing's
Warning
heading
goes for 8
their
more
way.
minutes.
I mean, it's going to be a little bit before it gets there, and there's no guarantee it's even tornadic when it gets there. But this thing has a history of producing strong tornadoes, and the environment this thing is in is going to continue to be favorable to produce strong tornadoes throughout the evening here. So definitely keep your eyes peeled if you live in Lubbock, Texas here. Any of the towns west there, kind of in the path of this thing. I imagine Charlie's probably been shouting out some of these locations.
Back over to, let me go back to actually over to Vince. Vince right there in the middle of your screen. This is, again, a look at where our tornado would be located. It's gotten very dusty again. Maybe a new tornado trying to drop right now. I think we have one possibly on the right. Vince's audio is a little bit laggy. Right there. That might be a tornado. No, it's just a lot of dust being kicked up. I'm gonna try to fix Vince. Give me 1 second.
It actually did pretty well. There was only 2 cars that were driving like idiots, and they were, of course, you know, like 20-year-old kids.
Let me try to do this. Let's do 5. Alright. Audio should be better now. Right there on the right side of your screen, though, that may be a new tornado dropping. Either that or just a big plume of dust. Velocities are not really that tight, but there is a little area of convergence there.
Hopefully this thing does.
So over there on the right side, that's something to keep an eye on. Again, coming up on 597 Road and 14, it's just south of 597, approaching 1490 Road. This is, again, Vince right here, and then you got a bunch of chasers right here. That's Freddie McKinney, you got Nathan Moore, and also Tornado Pagey, who are all just to the south of where this tornado would be located. Once again, we do not have a new warning at all for this storm, just to the west of Lubbock, and I honestly think we need one. I'm surprised we do not currently have at least some level of a warning right now going in the direction of Lubbock, because we still do not have one. So if you are near north of Levelland, I would be, you know, in your safe place, at least for the wind threat, potentially even a tornado. On top of that, damaging winds are likely, and then there's also some pretty big hail with this storm. I don't think it's as large as baseballs anymore, but it's probably at least tennis ball sized hail just to the south of Littlefield. Once again, Vince is looking at this. Let me go back over to this.
Yeah. Really close call. You're thinking of the time.
I think I'm just gonna have to do this. The audio is still pretty laggy. And this is Vince here.
I'm going. It's the Germans.
Oh my god.
On the right side of your screen, again, that is a large wall cloud.
On the road in front of me. Yeah, oh my fucking god.
I had to blow the horn to make a move. They just looked at me.
Thank you, Fuzz, for the super chat.
That's not a good spot. Like,
when a tornado is confirmed, does it show a hook echo every time? Not all the time. A lot of the time there is a hook echo, but not all the time.
This like gust front, that wall cloud's right behind us, but I agree with Kayla. There was rotation like above it, so I don't know. I wonder if we had like a little landspout thing.
Oh, she's saying there absolutely was rotation above it, but that's out of my view from this side of the car.
Alright, Vince is losing signal. Back over to him in a second. This is our latest radar scan. Let me get back over to here. This is our latest radar scan. So right now we have a big RFD surge currently moving in the direction of 385. I'm not seeing really an area of convergence right now. I do think at this exact time it is slightly outflowy, but I do think it is going to probably catch up to that boundary again as it goes towards Lubbock. So right now, no tornado warning, at least in effect out in front of this. I'm still surprised they've not issued any warning here for the level land area, because it's now the wind, which is currently severe, and on top of that, the potential tornado threat is now outside of our warnings. So north of level land, you need to be in your safe place.
Yeah, tornado. I think that's a tornado right there.
Vince thinks he has a tornado. There may be a tornado back there. Vince is looking at it. I don't know how there's no warning still.
Oh, come on, guys. Oh, don't hit my car. Oh my god. Nearly just hit my car.
That might be a tornado back there.
Serious right now?
Vince is currently storm chasing, but on foot.
17, and you got me.
I would not be surprised if there was a tornado. Latest scan is still showing not really much of an area of convergence still. It's more of a wind threat in my opinion, but...
A new tornado warning has
They have
been
finally
issued.
issued a new tornado warning for this for Anton, Smyer, just west of Shallow Water. He might be setting up a camera. It's a storm chasing on foot in real action.
Tornado.
Vince thinks there's a tornado in progress. But again, this is currently coming up on with Harl, Texas. Look at the hook. This thing has gotten huge over the last few scans. Very strong inflow too. If this isn't already on the ground, it's going to be in the next minute or two. That is a very strong inflow. And on top of that, a huge hook echo. This thing looks crazy again. Just south of Littlefield, Texas, going towards Shallow Water. Again, Vince is currently on foot looking at this. It's not already on the ground. It will be at any moment. The velocities have gotten very strong.
My stream still going?
Your stream is still going? I can't tell him that, but I just told him that without him hearing me. Oh, now it isn't. So what it looks like on radar. Look at the area of convergence here. Huge hook echo. Very strong rotation right now near 385. This thing is probably about to drop a big-time tornado here. As it goes right over 385 here over the next few minutes. Also going towards Hodge, Texas, or Hodge. And then Anton's in the path of this, Shallow Water. And then eventually tracking in the direction of Lubbock. So if you're in Lubbock, Texas, now is your time to be staying weather aware. You're not currently in the immediate path of this storm, but it's going to be coming.
Never mind, this is the inflow stink jet.
Apparently Vince
Yeah,
is
it's
now...
dropping up big time.
Well, look at the inflow right there on the right. This is cranking.
I'm dropping south on 385.
That inflow is that what was in the clouds there, right to left. Very strong inflow pumping into the storm right now.
Literally.
This thing's gearing up again, probably for a big tornado here in just a few minutes. This happened multiple times today where the storm really goes from nothing to something very fast. That's what happened with the wedge that we had earlier. Wrap it up very quickly. Thank you, Noel, for the Venmo donation. I appreciate that.
You said you went southbound on what's that road? Is that the main highway?
My goodness. This thing is about to drop something big.
Oh my god.
It's not already on the ground, it's about to be. Look at the velocities. Very strong rotation right now, just over the southwest side of Whit Harl. And then reflectivity. I mean, this thing's cranking. This is probably going to drop another big tornado, possibly another wedge here in the next few minutes. I don't usually use that phrase that often beforehand, but I mean, we just had one earlier with a similar looking storm.
I gotta go south.
You can kind of see the right edge there in the middle of your screen. That may be a tornado down.
Tornado on the ground in a stream. I'm about to get hit.
Where is this relative to him?
Apparently there is a tornado down. I don't know who just said that. There is a tornado down, though.
Yes, do not go south. Do not go south. Yeah, it's turning southeast.
All right, hold the air unless it's emergency, guys. I'm going to continue east.
So again, Storm Chaser's relaying that there is a tornado down. It would be right there in the middle of your screen, and it likely is a large tornado.
Bailing north, bailing north.
Copy eastbound.
Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey Max, so one trend that we saw on the HRRR, which concerningly looks like it's starting to come to fruition, is this cell starting to take a southern turn right towards Lubbock, Texas. If you put the radar in motion, it is really hard turning towards Lubbock. Unfortunately, that means that we may have the tornadic part of the storm go right through Lubbock in the next couple of hours. We don't know that for sure. It's just a model trend, and it seems to be sort of coming to fruition on radar. So it is important if you're in Lubbock to start preparing now. Have that plan in place if this thing does come into the town of Lubbock, that you know what you're going to do when that tornado warning is issued.
Thank you, Riley, for the update. This is
no data, but we are past 385.
Once again, a very dangerous situation with where it's heading. On top of that, it sounds like we do have a tornado in progress. I think Scholl is right next to this. Ryan Scholl is literally next to this tornado. Let me get him on screen. I think he's driving away from it, but I'm pretty sure there's a tornado down right next to him.
Be a big bad tornado behind us here soon.
All right, it sounds like soon, not yet. There was another chaser that did say there was a tornado down. Vince is still looking at it. It looks very dusty back in there again. Oh, let me do, sorry. There we go. You can see it right there in the middle. That may be a tornado down. We can't tell for sure yet.
I think there were two spin-ups in there, because I saw that one. That came from like the inflow of the Sting jet coming in, and then there was the main one back at the intersection. But
Velocity's bottom right of your screen.
Two there, so you probably got the south one.
Yeah, I just saw that most insane left edge on Zach's stream right before he turned around. That was insane.
What the fuck? Here.
Back to Vince in a second, maybe? Or is he... I think that guy just opened his door while he was driving by. All right, Vince is positioning. Let me go back over to live radar. This is again what it looks like. Just southwest of Whit Harrell, we have a very strong area of convergence. There may be a tornado down. If there's not, there will be at any moment here as this continues to track towards Hodge, Texas. And as just pointed out a moment ago, this thing is heading towards a very populated area, which is Lubbock, Texas. That is the long-term trajectory of this. And man, that is almost undoubtedly a tornado. I would find it hard to believe that that is not a tornado right now. Look at the velocities. That looks pretty crazy. There's a camera inside of this thing. RDD6. Do we have that on here? RDD6. All right. There's a camera. It's on the Radar Omega app. It's only exclusively in Radar Omega, which you can download with the top link in the description below. These are weather eye cameras that basically Vince deploys. This is just south of Whit Harrell. It'll pop up in a second, but you can see this is literally inside. This is only about a half a mile northeast of where the tornado would be. And so we should have a view of something here in just a moment. You can see the window picking up. That is the inflow that is going into the storm right now. So this is pretty fascinating. We don't have any audio with this, but we do at least have a visual of what is happening in real time. So you can see the inflow that is coming into the storm right now. And then for reference, this is what the storm looks like right now from the outside. And it looks like a massive plume of dust in addition to it looks like a right edge there. So there may be, again, a tornado there. We don't know really for sure. But yeah, Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey Max, there is for sure a cone tornado on the ground with this storm. It looks strong and it looks like it's going to stick around for a while. So keep an eye out if you're on this storm and watch out.
All right, thank you for the update. So there is a tornado in progress. It sounds like just south of with Harrell. This thing is fully rain-wrapped, by the way. This is going to be a rain-wrapped tornado just to the south of Whit Harrell. That is tracking right along 1494 Road and then eventually tracking in the direction, again, of Lubbock, Texas. So if you're in this tornado warning, you need to be in your safe place. Get away from windows, lowest floor possible, and get to an interior room of your home or building. The velocity is, again, extremely tight right now inside of our Hook Echo. And it is currently tracking, again, basically to the southeast. And as long as it has that southeasterly motion, this thing is likely going to be producing a tornado threat for quite some time. There are apparently power flashes as well, which I have not not seeing. Let me see if that camera has anything. It is now. It's still a radar indicated tornado warning, which I do not fully understand. This is looking at that camera. We still got the inflow going to the storm. I'm not sure if we're going to see power flashes from here, but we'll keep it bottom right. But it sounds like there are reports of power flashes. And Freddy's driving up into this right now. This is Freddy.
Yeah, there's the big tornado up here, Chad.
I think Freddy has it. It's gonna be in the middle of your screen somewhere.
Tornado in here.
Runner, I'm gonna head east to go north on 2644.
Now here's the RFD. It's gonna get gnarly.
So the tornado will be in the middle right. This is gonna be a fully rain-wrapped tornado, I think, but we might see it. We'll see.
No hail where I'm at, but I'm still punching north. This whole thing might be just a giant tornado in here.
Once you guys are closer to it.
Freddy is gonna be next to this in like 30
that's
seconds.
The edge.
I think he's gonna be next to it in a second here.
See that?
I think so.
It reminds me of almost the Sandhill tornado.
The tornado will be about a half a mile located. It's about right barely to his north.
Did you go northeast of the town?
I'm still in town. I am
Yeah.
at Walmart. I got
Large circulation here, guys. This is probably a mile-wide circulation here.
2646, 2646.
This thing is just moving.
Oh, dude, this thing is giant.
All right, Freddy is
We're
like
safe here.
almost next to the
Can't go into
circulation.
the color cloud.
Right, barely up to the
This is a
right.
giant
There's
circulation. I think we have a very large tornado in progress here, guys. It's just a huge mezzo. We got a good 80 mile per hour RFD here. See, that's the edge. You can tell that that's like that's crazy wind there. That's the edge of the tornado right there. That's the edge.
yeah,
of
right
the
there.
tornado.
I think I see it on the
Stop.
right. I think that's the tornado right there on the
I'm
right.
gonna stop here.
Big RFD surge. I think that was it right there on the right.
Dude, this is
huge tornado here.
Genuinely reminding me of the Sandhills.
I have to back up.
Tornado is right there on the right. Here comes the RFD. Holy crap, that came in
A
fast.
little too close right
That
now.
was a little close for comfort.
A little too close.
Right off to their
Too
left.
Close. Backing out, backing out, backing out, backing out. Backing out, backing out. This is, I mean, I think we're fine right here. We're fine right here. Dude, we were like,
that was close.
We were edging that thing,
like
bro.
across the road.
Freaking edging that thing, dude. It was like right here. Here it is, here it is, here it is. Yeah. We had like 100 plus there. I just afraid the car was like, we're still 100. Oh my gosh. Put your glasses on. Glasses going on. RFD's 100 plus here. Just in case we get like a rock or something.
Yeah, I got you. Is it moving the opposite direction of us?
Okay, I think we need to take.
Let's take 1294.
It's gonna go down this road.
Okay, you want to go back down to where Dom went through?
Yeah.
Oh, this good upgrade to PDS. Oh, it is PDS. I don't know why it didn't pop up on my thing.
Losing my my.
This is a
headlight.
particularly dangerous situation. It is a large and extremely dangerous tornado here. This is going to be back over near Hodge, Texas. Tornado, once again, is going to be pretty much rain-wrapped moving to the east. If you are in this tornado warning, you need to be in your safe place, away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. Tornado Pagey, I believe, is about to be in this as well. I mean, almost all these storm chasers are next to this right now. Again, currently moving to the east, eventually going towards Lubbock, Texas. It is a particularly dangerous situation right now. And again, large RFD surge that we just had a moment ago.
RFD win, so just trying to be careful with this thing. There's still a cut to the left, so you just got to be really, really cognizant. Gotta watch to the left just to make sure.
So the tornado again is gonna be pretty much rain wrap, but it'll be off to the left here, left middle.
Very dangerous tornado here. I don't know if it was necessarily strong, but it's hard to say. We couldn't get up in there. We could only get to the edge. And the edge was nuts.
Tornado's gonna be in the middle right there.
Yeah, we got.
I think it's still down.
There, it's some water in the road here.
Is that?
What's it looking like?
Looks like it's down right there.
It is just a giant circulation. I can't tell. It's like it's not strong from what I can tell. Well, it could be strong. I don't know. I can't get in there, but it's a huge circulation and like 100+ mile per hour FD.
That's a hay bale rolling.
What is? That's a hay bale?
What the?
What is that?
What is that?
Look at it roll.
Oh, that thing's rolling.
Dude.
Thing's going to the tornado.
It's completely dry RFD. It's kind of crazy. I can see the wrapping hail in front of me.
What it? It's about to that fence. Just hop the fence. It is.
What is going on?
It's a hay bale.
Right when I first saw
This
it,
is so random.
Right?
Where wants to go? It's chasing the tornado.
Get up the side, or no? Is that a what? It's like a tube.
Due south. You guys probably can see it better
He's
than
chasing
I
with
can.
us.
Dude, what is going on?
I see it. I at least see the wrapping rain curtains.
Keep it on there. Dude, look at this thing.
It's out the really dirty window.
It's right here. It's right
now
here.
It's moving back.
Dude, it's about to cross the road. Look at
It's
this.
literally, it's going the speed of the car.
Got it, I got it. Big.
About to cross it.
It's that pole.
And now it's not going to cross the road. Look, it's just following the road. What is that?
Copy that. I am approaching from the south on 26.
This thing is almost on the road. This is so weird.
Hey, how far east are you?
I'd take away from the seriousness of the situation. It is a PDS tornado warning, and there is a large tornado.
All the poles are down here.
I've never quite seen
All
something
the poles
like
are
this.
down here.
There are poles down the left too, which is where the tornado just was.
His Omega location is correct. He's behind you.
Stopping here. Ooh, this thing's stopping too. This
It's
thing's
down the
stopping too.
road.
It's about to cross the road.
This is so weird.
Oh, there's Connor right
Oh,
there. I
power
don't see the
flashes
thing he's
right there on the left. There were just
I actually
power
don't
flashes.
see
There's
it.
a tornado. That is still on the ground.
Dude, look at this
It's
stupid
coming up on
thing.
Hodge,
up here.
Texas.
I can't see what
It's
you're
now
seeing,
fully
Connor,
crossed
but
the
I've just
road.
been watching this freaking thing roll for about the last 5 minutes. Like I've actually never. Like look at it go.
It's just moving, dude.
I think it might be dropping south. It might flip back around. It might be dropping south again here.
This tornado will be located just barely north of Hodge, Texas right now.
Apparently there was a power flash.
We just had power flashes back in there. There is still a large tornado in progress.
There's the collar
I
cloud.
mean, obviously it's gone now. Let's do.
Oh
It's
my
still
God.
going. You can see on the very far right. It's gone into another field now.
Ridiculous.
This piece of shit. Behind the light that's about a quarter-mile wide, like dark mass, look like stovepipe.
I couldn't. Yeah.
All right, Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey Max, I hate to interrupt the moment there, but if you take a look at Page's feed, they do have a rain-wrapped wedge. You can't see it because it's rain-wrapped and the service is really bad. But trust me, there's a wedge there. You just cannot see it at all.
Hey, thank you for the update. This is Tornado Pagey. So they have a large tornado near Hodge. They just relayed that to us. It's not visible, apparently, but there is a large tornado here. Sounds like it is a wedge. I think Connor had it a moment ago, too. Yeah, their signal's really low. I'm gonna go back to Freddy. There's another thing flying in the other field over there on the
Going
right.
absolutely insane right now.
But there's a large tornado in progress. It sounds like it is a
I'm pointing
rain-wrapped
the wind.
wedge just southeast of with Harl, Texas. Again, this is eventually going towards Lubbock.
Oh my gosh.
And there comes the some of the RFD here from this as well.
Ridiculous, RFD.
Looks like they are turning around, maybe.
What's happening, bro?
What hit Connor?
Did something hit Connor?
His driver and passenger door.
Let me go back to...
Dude, look at the poles here. These poles are just...
Let's back over to Connor. Connor is currently next to this. He's coming up on it right now. And middle of your screen will be where the tornado is. It's on. This is again near 1294 Road.
Whoa.
Oh, look at this. This is the Project Weather Eye camera on Radar Omega. And you can see the wind picking up. The tornado actually might be near this. I need to get this camera at full screen here. This is located near with Harl, and we actually, the velocities and as well as the rotation is all kind of lifted to the north over the last few minutes. It's a large area of rotation now. Also, you can see all the power poles down on Freddy's feed. There are a ton of power lines down right there on the left from this tornado just moments ago. And the wind is picking up again.
Especially near these power lines, dude.
He's currently punching towards with Harl, but there's a bunch of power lines down here. This is where the tornado just crossed by.
Yeah, we got a semi flipped here, chat.
Oh man, yeah, there's a semi truck flipped. Hopefully the person's okay. He's
standing up. He's there.
Well, that's good. He's literally next to this tornado. Just passed by here a moment ago.
Yep,
a moment ago.
let the rain die. I'm just making a spot.
Here, let me.
Oh, he's pushing out. Nope, he's good.
Yeah, you
He
got a
just
spot.
Push it out.
Yeah. Okay. Here, let me. We got a spot for you in here.
See?
Okay. Somebody's coming for you. You good? Yeah, somebody's coming. Okay. Are you sure?
I think Vince has something there, by the way, on the right. That might be a tornado.
Where's that? My windows are full of shit.
Okay, wait. How far out are they?
Hopefully this person again is okay, even though the semi got flipped over.
Okay. There's somebody.
Also, this is the Project Weather Eye camera right near where this tornado would be. Look how high the winds are right now. This is right next to where our tornado would be located. See how high the winds are. Why is everything pulling up on here? Very high winds, likely tornado. Still on the ground here. Either that or just a big RFD surge. This is, again, the Project Weather Eye camera. You can only watch these inside the Radar Mega app. I'm going to go... This is what it looks like on the full cam view. It'll load in just a second. There it is. So you can see the very high winds right now. This is, again, a camera that was deployed into the storm about 20 minutes ago, just barely on the south side of with Harl, and you can see how high the winds are. They are surging at hurricane force levels. This is probably around 80 to 90 miles per hour. By the way, if there are chasers that have anything, let me know, because my chaser program just crashed. I'm trying to refresh everything. The camera actually may have just gone out. Either that's low signal, it's low signal. The camera keeps tipping up and down. It keeps falling down and coming back up. We had a tornado be basically right next to this camera. Also, look at Vince's view. Can't really get anything clearly here, but... we had a tornado be back there in the middle somewhere. It's probably still rain wrapped. We go back over to that other camera. You can still see this is inside of where the about a mile probably now to the west of where the tornado will be located. The main area of rotation now north of Hodge, but it is still very windy. This is inside of the storm. Connor's in a big RFD surge too right now. Or it was a second ago. Maybe I just missed it. Did I miss it? Connor has low signal. Oh, he just lost signal. Did I miss it a second ago? This was just a second ago. Going back a moment. But this is Connor on the south side of the area of rotation near Hodge. Big RFD surge. So once again in Hockley County, Texas.
This is intense.